वेलकम स्टुडंट्स. रयत शिक्षण संस्था सातारा, रयत ऑनलाइन स्कूल एज्युकेशन रोज प्रोजेक्ट. I am Mrs. Vijayamala Patil from Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. My subject is English. Students, today we are going to see section 4, drama, unit number 4.3, Be an Enemy of the People by Henrik Johann Ibsen. An enemy of the people. I have divided this topic into two parts. Let me see part 1 about the playwright. An Enemy of the People is a realistic play by Henrik Johann Ibsen, who is often referred to as the father of realism. He was a Norwegian playwright, theatre director, and poet. He was one of the founders of modernism. The most notable period of Ibsen's life began with his decision to take up realism, that is, to write plays that provided a sharp criticism of modern society, especially with regards to its ideas of morality. Let me see about the play. An Enemy of the People was Ibsen's response to the harsh criticism and public disapproval of his 1881 play Ghosts. The problems experienced by Ibsen after the publication of Ghosts are reflected in the problems of the play's main character, Dr. Stockman. The playwright voiced this similarity in a letter that was written around the time of the play's composition. In this letter, he noted Dr. Stockman and I got on excellently together. We agree on so many subjects. The play is a realistic drama in 5 acts and depicts ordinary life as it is, not as one would like for it to be. It is also sometimes known as a problem play, which is a term used for several of Ibsen's plays because they focus on controversial problems of the community. Dr. Stockman, the central character of the play, eventually manages to make his point, even though his ideas would not be accepted by society for a long time. Since the play was originally written in Norwegian, it is full of wordplay that cannot be translated. Let me see theme of the play. This play deals with moral conflict. It in particular deals with the question of self-interest versus the interest of society and focuses on the adverse ways in which a society attacks a person who chooses the interest of the society above his own. Such a person who understands the essence of the situation is unpopular and often alone in his fight to help the society, as his ideas are not appreciated for a long time. That is why the main character, Dr. Stockman, finally sums up by saying, "The strongest man in the world is he who stands alone." Now let me see the characters in the play. First, Dr. Stockman. Dr. Thomas Stockman is a central character of the play. He is a medical officer of the municipal baths. He is brave and noble man. Second character, Peter Stockman. Peter Stockman is the doctor's elder brother. He is also a mayor of the town and chief constable. He is chairman of the baths committee, etc. Some other characters in the play are Mrs. Stockman, Dr. Stockman's wife; Petra, she is a daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Stockman and she is a teacher; Edgeleaf and Morten are sons of Dr. Stockman. Hostad is the editor of the People's Messenger. Billing is sub-editor, while Aslakson is a printer. Now let me focus on plot of the play. The main character of the play, Dr. Stockman, who is a medical officer of the municipal baths, suspects that the water in the baths is contaminated. To investigate his concerns, he orders clinical tests and the results confirm his suspicions. The water is discovered to be seriously contaminated due to the faulty drainage system. Dr. Stockman alerts several members of the community, including Hostad and Aslakson, who work for the local newspaper, and also his brother, the mayor. He receives unquestionable support from Hostad and Aslakson, and they thank him for saving the town with his discovery. They also agree to publish the report exposing the corruption among the town's officials, who are responsible for the defective build of the bathing complex. He refuses to close the baths, especially because that will cause financial ruin. The brothers argue and the mayor warns the doctor of terrible consequences for him and his family if he does not reconsider printing the report. All this while, Dr. Stockman counts on Hostad and Aslakson of the local newspaper for support. However, the mayor manipulates the two and convinces them to oppose Dr. Stockman. As a result, they refuse to print the article. Dr. Stockman, though disheartened by the betrayal, does not admit defeat and decides to hold a public meeting to tell the truth. With the mayor, Aslakson, and Hostad refusing to let Dr. Stockman speak about the report, Dr. Stockman grows increasingly frustrated and explodes into a long criticism of the officials and states that the people who make up the majority, that is, the people of the town, are stupid and don't deserve the power they are given. In doing so, he offends the people and the meeting soon turns disastrous, with the people of the town declaring Dr. Stockman to be an enemy of the people. Dr. Stockman's home was pelted with stones. His windows are smashed, and he becomes the focus of people's anger. He loses his contract as a medical officer and his daughter Petra too loses her job as a teacher. His landlord threatens to evict the Stockmans from their home. Even in such trying times, Dr. Stockman maintains his stance and refuses to leave town. Instead, he chooses to stay so that he can educate the masses about how likely it is for moral ideals to be pushed aside by the pressures of self interest. In other words, while a convenient choice may be easy to make, it may not always be the morally correct one. He ends by proclaiming, "The strongest man in the world is he who stands alone." In this way, we have seen an enemy of the people. Thank you.